What is going on, everybody, and welcome back today for another crappie fishing tip. Yep, you heard me right. I'm doing a crappie fishing tip today. I don't usually give out tips, but we're going to today. I'm going to go over the Garmin Livescope a little bit on my settings as to what I like to keep my unit set at. And I've been messing with this thing now for, man, this is like going into year 2 with this. I guess we've been playing with these things, and I first started out, I had the smaller 93 SV when I first got it, and then get this, I'm gonna take this down. And then as time went on, I ended up upgrading. Well, I didn't really plan on upgrading. I was on Facebook Marketplace and ran across a dude 6 hours from here that had a 7616 GPS maps for sale for like, I think at the time it was $2,500, and I got to talking with the guy and I really thought it was just a joke because these are $6,000 units. And so I really thought that it was a scam. I got to talking with him for a really long time. We chatted back and forth, and finally I realized whenever he told me that I could pick him up at his business, and well, at first he was going to meet me halfway at the $2,500 mark, and that was going to leave me with a 3-hour drive. But I ended up finding out that he had 2 of them for sale, and my buddy Mickey ended up buying the other one, and we ended up getting them for for 2,000 a piece is what we ended up getting them for. So I got a 7616 for $2,000, and Mickey got a 7616 for $2,000. And so I drove he wasn't going to meet me halfway at that price, so I ended up driving all the way. I ended up buying 2 7616s from this guy, and was a great dude, super great dude. He just wanted to upgrade, and he actually got these units from Garmin Pro, a professional that actually had these units on his boat, and he upgraded to the 8616, I think, and ended up getting these from that guy for a good price. So he thought he was just getting rid of them for what he needed to. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys right here over the unit. I got ActiveCaptain. I don't know. There's one thing that I've learned about ActiveCaptain and I'm not a fan of, and for some reason this unit, I don't know if it's with all units, maybe you guys have this problem. If you do, let me know. I've called Garmin, they've had me change the channels on the Wi-Fi channel to try to make it work better, but for some reason, I've tried different phones. I have one phone that actually worked pretty good on one time when I went out. I got a lot of good footage off of it. But for the most part, for some reason, I just don't, it like freezes, and I don't know, it's annoying. Like whenever you're doing a screen recording and I'm trying to do videos for you guys, I really want to put the screen recording down on every fish I catch. I want you all to see everything that happens in the water, and it just doesn't work that way. I'm not one of the guys that's gonna set a GoPro up here with the, you know, you're looking at the GoPro into the screen and it's nothing but a reflection, and you see me in the background because of it, and the screen's not real clear. I don't like that. Some of you guys want to see more of it, and when I do get a chance, like when I'm with Richard from Fat Slabs Guide Service on his with the 22-inch, as long as the glass isn't glaring real bad, I'll do sometimes video it with the GoPro while I hold it, and it seems to work pretty good sometimes that way, as long as the sun's not hitting it. But just not real big on that. If I'm going to show you guys something, I want it to be like really good HD clear footage, you know. But anyways, we're going to get into this. It's telling me I need to log in. I had deleted the Garmin ActiveCaptain app off here because I had a video that I had shot and I didn't have my GoPro and all that stuff. And I ended up shooting it with this, and it was too much footage, that I had too much storage that was taken up on my phone. And so I have another phone that I usually use for my ActiveCaptain, but I put it back on here because I got that video off here, and I don't use this anymore at all to film. Everything's 4K, trying to make really great quality footage for everybody out there. I'm not trying to make the low grade footage. But anyways, enough of that. I'm gonna log in. I'll be back to you guys in just a minute. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what settings I have on my Garmin GPS right now. All right, so we're in. ActiveCaptain is on right now, and I hope that it works. I'm gonna set, I got a little tripod deal up. I'm gonna set here so I can look at it to make sure it's not froze up. while I'm doing this. So, all right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into our menu right here. Oh, back, sorry. We're gonna go into Livescope. I've got 2 different Livescopes that you might have seen on the deal there. When I did the new update, for some reason, now I have 2. I haven't figured out how to delete the second one off there. The other one doesn't pick up anything. And this 7616 has 2 different ports. So I don't know if maybe you could just hook 2 different Livescopes up to it. I'm not sure. If I was to swap the network cable over to the other side, then that would be on the other one. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna look. You can see right here, my gain is at 64%, and I'm looking out 30 feet, which I can change that. We can go out. Whenever I'm looking and stuff, I usually run it around 60, and it moved, so that's good. All right, so we're gonna get into the main stuff. My depth, depending on what we're fishing, if it's say 16 foot, I'll put it at 20 foot. I usually keep it like 4 foot to 10 foot below the bottom. So if the bottom's at 16, I'll keep it at a 26. Nah, not usually that far. I'll use it at about 5 foot. So if it's 16 foot, it would be 21 foot. That way it's just, you know, you're not looking at fish and seeing a tiny little bitty 8-inch crappie and think that it is a giant. So we're gonna go into menu. First, we're gonna start with the gain. Of course, it's at 64%. I run it in manual and it fluctuates. Sometimes I'll mess with that setting just a little bit. We want to go to Sonar setup. We're gonna go to TVG, and I mess with this sometimes. Depends on the clarity of the water, what's going on. I'll usually run it somewhere between low and off. It just seems to be the way that I like it. The time variance gain or something. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, the TVG, but I usually run it off. Noise rejection, you can see I got it on high. Depending on the water or the day, sometimes I'll fluctuate on it from medium to high. That all depends on the water clarity. Installation, we're not gonna do anything with that. I'm looking for gain. Appearances, okay, right there it is. So okay, so my wife called, not sure where I was at while she started buzzing in, but it looks like we're still recording on the ActiveCaptain, so that's good. All right, so what we're gonna do here, and I don't know if you guys, I mean, you're looking at me, but we'll probably do an overrun with this thing. So what we're looking at here is gonna be the color scheme. Color scheme that's like probably one of the weirdest things for everybody. I used to run Black Emerald, and I really like Black Emerald. Black Emerald's fine. I use it sometimes, but depending on the clarity of the water, like the other day I was at a pretty clear lake, and this copper, the copper just seemed to, it just really stood out. Everything stood out, and it looked really good. So copper, Black Emerald, I see a lot of guys using the blue, the midnight blue, the blue, orange crawfish. I've seen that on a lot of YouTube videos. It's really just your preference on that. Whatever your eyesight views better, that is probably what I would go with. And for me, the Black Emerald and the copper seem to be my 2 favorite, but lately the copper has been pretty sweet. So I went in, we got the color gain. This is one a lot of people don't talk about. The color gain, this isn't your gain, this is the color gain. Totally different. Now, your color gain, I run it anywhere, depending on the clarity of the water, it's gonna definitely, you're gonna mess with this thing. This isn't one of those just throw this unit on your boat, go out and catch fish every time you go out. There's days that I go out and I don't catch a lot of fish, even though I have a Livescope, but I don't know that I've ever been out and not caught a fish, at least caught some fish. The lake that I fish on Hudson, Lake Hudson's my home lake. It's a really tricky lake. I haven't found them. Since deer season, I've only been like 5 times, and I just haven't found a whole lot. I've caught some pretty good sized fish. I'll show you a picture right here. 2 that I caught the other day. One was 1.98 and the other one was 1.83. So those were pretty good fish, which you can go out and catch stuff like that with this unit, because those were roaming, and So that's one of the really nice things about Livescope. You can catch the roaming fish, which I don't keep my fish, all my fish. I only keep fish when I want to eat them. So anyways, color gain, back to color gain. I like to run mine anywhere between 70 to 85. Just depends on the clarity of the water. I'll change that up and down. You can see, you can change that. But I run it anywhere around 80 to around 80 is about perfect for me. That's what I mean. That's fine. We'll go in here. Bottom fill I turn off. Grid overlay I don't never use it. I know pretty much what size the fish are as I scale down on my screen. If you're looking out 60 foot, you'll want to scale it down lower and lower the closer you get to the fish. But scroll history, I don't have that on. Trails are off. I don't need all that taking up memory on my phone. Yeah, that's that. Those are basically all the settings that I run on this. I mean, it's pretty simple. I do have something in here too that a lot of people don't go over. You can go through and look, and you see how you have the 3 bars up on the top, right by the Livescope forward menu. Right below it is a star with 3 dots. You can click that star with 3 dots. You see how I have Tailor 1 on the screen right there? That is a pre-built setting that I have that I really like. That's what it's on right now. But the Pro series, which is right there, you can go into Pro. In the Pro mode, that's a pre-built setting that supposedly the best pros that use the Garmin, that's what they like. This is their setting. But to me, I don't run anything in auto. I know I was watching Lake Fork guy last night. His unit was in auto on depth, and as he was sitting there on the brush pile, it kept changing. I can't do that. I can't deal with that. You don't want to leave that there. You're going to go in, change your auto, tank it off. By doing that, I just click the auto button, change it. That's the range, so 20 foot, 30 foot, 25 foot, 30 foot's good. Okay, now this right here is the auto min depth that's over here on the far right. I turn it off. We're going to want to run it. Right now it's winter time, so we're definitely not going to be running it shallow. I usually keep it somewhere around 30 foot. The Pro series, this setting function that's in here, it has the grids on. You can go in and turn the grid off, and pretty much it's basically just set. It's already set up. So they run theirs at the gain auto medium apparently. Sonar setup, appearance. Their color gain set to default, which is just basic. You can turn the grid off. I don't know. It's just, I seen that on a video one time of a guy that had it, and I thought it was pretty cool, but to be honest with you, it wasn't that cool to me. I don't like that setting. So I got mine pre-built. This works better. So I can go in and just set that, and that's already set up for me just how I had it earlier. So that's all I got as far as that goes. I'm gonna show you guys one other thing. All right, so I don't like using my phone, but apparently my GoPro died, and so we're gonna finish this up. This is another thing. I'm gonna show you all the last thing. And y'all wanna be careful with these. These things aren't cheap, so. It's like I got a little nick right there on my transducer, but it's not on the face, so. If you wanna keep this clean, keep it rubbed off with alcohol. Most people leave it sitting like this. I like to leave it one click up. And the reason being is when this thing drops over, the way that this thing is angled, it kind of falls down like this. So the one click up actually makes it flat. Which to me makes a picture a lot different, because when I have it flat and I'm looking out, sometimes I'll have like blind spots, but when I clip it up one, I don't have those anymore. So that's one last little tip I got for you. But that's all I got for you on the Garmin Livescope on the GPS map 7616, along with Transducer. So that's how I run my settings. Seems to work. I got videos that proves that it does. Go check them out. My buddy over at Fat Slabs Guide Service just bought a 22-inch GPS maps. And it's an 8622, and it is freaking sweet. I got a video of it. I'll link it right here. You guys should check that out. And if you ever seen anybody Livescope on a 22-inch TV, because that's basically what it is, a 22-inch TV. It's freaking amazing. But that's all I got for you guys today. From my dirty shop to you guys, I hope you guys have a good day. And don't forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stick around for some more tips. Hopefully I'll have some more come out one of these days. Been really busy with the holidays, so I'm trying to get some videos out right now. I've actually shot 2 or 3 today, but you guys stay tuned. We'll see you.